Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Welcome to one of the best boss killers in the game. The Flay Barb is still rocking strong despite some gushing wounds changes. With Shard of Virenthiel and Starless Sky and Mythic changes, we are still very strong. You may have seen this on the PTR. We were hitting for 460 billion and the damage seems roughly divided by 30, by 40, by 50. So I'm in the game right now. I unequipped Gushing Wounds and my Flay, and we're gonna show this to you later, is still hitting for 4 billion. And this is without Shard of Virenthiel. Like, it's just without any key passive. Like, I didn't even take Gushing Wounds. And we have no Shard of Virenthiel. And we have no Starless Sky, none of the uber unique reworks and stuff, and we are still hitting in the Barbillions, 4 billion, so this is like damage divided by 100 from the PTR, but we are getting Shard of Virenthiel here on this 4 billion, so that's like times 3. This is the new nerfed version, times 3, and we're getting a 1.5x if we are playing the uber version here from Starless Sky. We're also getting buffs to Harlequin's Crest and to Rage of Harrogath, which will basically allow us to have absolutely permanent shouts and permanent Iron Skin, even more permanent than it was before, because we get 60% chance to reduce it. We have just 20% base cooldown from Harlequin's Crest. So let's get into the build here, and then I'm going to show this to you live in-game, how the damage is still super duper crazy. Again, we have this clip here, and the bleed ticks are in the hundreds of millions. So you guys can see here, this was me just live in the game. 100 million bleed here, 96 million. And then we rupture this. And then it still hits for 4 billion, dude. So yeah, this is still insanely strong if I'm comparing this to any other build in the game. And so I have the Flay Barb here still sitting at S tier next to the Bash Barb. Flay Barbarian, still insane. And we also got the new Creeping Death. This multiplayer is also not in here. And they just confirmed this in the patch notes that the Creeping Death now is 150x. And on a two-hander, it's going to be 300x. It's going to be times 4. If the boss is staggered, or 50% X per crowd control effect. And we have easy ways to get in Hamstring with slow, and we are rocking the Fist of Fate with a bunch of lucky hit, and Flay, you know, already has pretty high lucky hit, and Rupture even has higher lucky hit, because we're gonna use both of them. So we can use them like Flay, then Rupture, then Flay again, then Rupture. And with Fist of Fate, we're gonna apply all the crowd control effects. We're gonna have more than 100% lucky hit. On every attack, we are either immobilizing, slowing, freezing, stunning, or knocking down. So this Creeping Death here is gonna give us 200x damage. Like 200% X on top of all of this, what we already have. So in the end, this 4 billion, we're going to lose a bit here and there, but we're going to gain a lot. Like, we're going to be hitting for over 10 billion with Flay. So let's get into the setup here. There's basically a no Uber and an Uber version here. So in the no Uber version, like, we are rocking Rage of Harrogath anyways. We have Iron Blood and we have Conceded, but you can check this out. But I'm going to focus, because Flay is not really a good starter build, because it's mainly single target. With Shard of Virenthiel not buffing our Rupture, the Rupture AoE damage compared to what you are used to on live is going to go a bit down. So we are going to focusing on the Uber version here of the Flay Up. Again, the planner is going to be linked below in the description. Again, S tier Barbarian build. For Season 5, I think. Again, here the new aspect, Creeping Death, completely insane. This is like basically what the build is revolving around now. And we can get like 5 different crowd control effects. Slow, knock down, stun, freeze, and immobilize. That's 5. And 5 times 5 is 25. So we are getting a 3.5x multiplier here. Once the target is either staggered or has a bunch of Fist of Fate procs on it. And then we have the Shard of Virenthiel as well, buffing the damage even further. So you can see kind of how crazy it gets. So we're rocking Harlequin's Crest, cooldown reduction. Rage of Harrogath now has crit chance. It's completely insane. Crit chance on Rage of Harrogath. And also 60% now, up from 40%. Then we have the Fist of Fate with more than 100% lucky hit, also with crit chance. And another 1.5x multiplier on the unique effect. We have Iron Warrior with Iron Skin. We have Hectic for cooldown reduction. We have Moonrise, also a 2.6x here. We have Wanton Rupture to keep the Rupture on the target. Shard of Virenthiel, which we basically gonna negate with Ring of Starless Sky. So Shard of Virenthiel makes our Flay into a spender, makes it cost 25. we still generate 15, and with Starless Sky, this 25 gets reduced by 50%, so it only costs 12.5, and then we are basically net generating, and we never lose any Fury anyways. And then we have the Creeping Death again, we have Edge Master, and we have Adaptability on the amulet with Cut to the Bone. So this is going to be looking fantastic. We are rocking Iron Skin cooldown reduction. Basically, there's no more infinite Gushing Wounds stacking. We're still going to be playing Gushing Wounds. Again, with this 4 billion, we don't even have any Gushing Wounds, but it's still looking to be at least a 1.7x and your crit damage as a multiplier, plus additional bonus from overpowering. So still pretty strong. Then we have Diamonds, we have Ruby, we have Sapphire. And obviously, Flay is slashing. We just use our slashing stuff. And we're using a polearm here with Creeping Death and Flay Duration Temporal. This is back on the weapons as per the recent patch notes. This is not going to be on utility. It's going to remain on the weapons. So still super strong. And just temper a bunch of Flay Duration basically. And for the skill tree, we are obviously maxing Flay with Battle Flay. Nothing in the core section. Max Impulsing Presence, Vigor. We don't need Rallying Cry. We use Iron Skin. We use Challenging Shout. We use Warcry with Fortify. We use a Booming Voice, Guttural Yell, Aggressive Resistance, Pit Fighter, Slaying Strike, and then again Rupture with attack speed 40%, Max Cut to the Bone. We do Steel Grasp. You can even get rid of this. If once you have Shaco, you will not need this point because you're already going to have Perma Berserking from Warcry. Put it in movement speed wherever you want. We have a Counter Offensive, Heavy Handed, and then Gushing Wounds, of course. Paragon is looking like this, Exploit in the starter board. Then we have Ire, we have Might, Carnage. Down here we have Wrath, Tenacity, Hemorrhage. Again, this is capped now at 45x, so you don't need to stack all that much Vulnerable. We have Executioner here, Decimator, and we are rocking Blood Rage with Marshal. That's pretty much the Paragon board. You can add, like, you can shift points and get rid of some crit. Put in some more life nodes here, whatever you like. I have like some decent life nodes, but there's always more that you can take in, of course, for more life or more res, depending on your needs. But I think this is a very good overall setup. And that's pretty much the build here. Again, you want to Masterwork crit chance, cooldown, lucky hit, Cut to the Bone or Heavy Handed on the amulet, Warcry on the boots, Flay on the pants, obviously. On the weapons, always go for the Flay Duration. And Shard of Iranthiel, I'm not sure why I can't do it here. But you want to go for the ranks to basic skills for Shard of Iranthiel. So we're going to have like very good Flay ranks, and it's going to be insanely strong, this build. I think one of the best builds of the game. S tier for sure, maybe not S+. We will see how it's going to play out, but the way I understand the Gushing Wounds nerf, we're going to still be hitting for 10 billion. But maybe not hundreds of billion, as we've done before here. But keep in mind, on top of this, they're also reducing and nerfing the boss life pretty significantly. So boss life is going to be going down, divided by 5. So even if we lose some damage from Gushing Wounds, this is still going to be tremendously strong. And pit boss damage is also going to go down. And this is one of the strongest builds in terms of tankiness with Challenging Shout and with Iron Skin. I'm going to show this to you in-game. So I'm just like on a standard like Flay Barb. I don't even have like that great gear. One uber unique here. This is pretty much my setup, and I'm just gonna Flay away. We have no key passive, nothing assigned there. So I'll see, even without any Gushing Wounds, just my gear, like I haven't optimized everything. This is already gonna go up to about 100 million. This is gonna go up to like 100 million bleeds already, and then you can Rupture these away for billions and billions. And this is, again, no key passive whatsoever. You just gotta hit this guy a couple times here for it to fully work. The DPS goes up and up and up because the duration is like 20 something seconds. If you have like a perfect. And you guys can see it, like it's creeping up now. And this is without a Creeping Death as well, because Creeping Death is not even in the game right now. So that is gonna be insanely strong. So here we have 90 million, and if we would do this now, boom, you see 3.8 billion damage. And yeah, obviously, if I were to add the Gushing Wounds again, the damage skyrockets like crazy. Like, I think right now, Gushing Wounds, you can see it here for yourself. At the moment, Gushing Wounds, I think, is responsible for about times 50 damage. So you guys can see here, like, how the new damage is scaling up. Again, this Gushing Wound is gonna get nerfed. This is with the key passive. So usually, I think in the very high end game, these Barb builds, again, this is without Shard of Erenthiel, without the Creeping Death or anything. They're hitting for like 3 to 4 billion, I think I saw on PXX. So there's even more potential to go up from this, because I don't have like a super optimized Flay Barb. But you see, like the damage of this kind of stuff is just gonna be insane, like long term. I think we're gonna cap out at about 3 billion twice a second. And again, this is with Gushing Wounds, and like, obviously we rupture this, like they're 123 billion. So yeah, DPS is crazy, and even without Gushing Wounds, it's still super strong, and various buffs are gonna happen. So let's just list the buffs one more time. We have this 4 billion base. We are losing a little bit from a Hemorrhage, but that's not gonna be like that much. Because we don't even have, like, again, this is without any key passive. And then we are gaining Shard of Erenthiel, so this is going to be 4 billion base. 4 billion times Shard of Erenthiel. That's going to already be 12 billion. And then we're going to get Starless Sky. That's going to be another 1.5. And then we're going to get Creeping Death, which is going to be, I don't know, another times 2. Okay, then 36, but we will also, like, get Gushing Wounds. Basically, it's gonna be, I think, 1.7, 1.8 maybe. Okay, 60 billion. Now we're gonna lose quite a bit. We're gonna lose, I think, divided by 1.4 from Hemorrhage. We're gonna lose Inner Calm divided by 1.2 conceded, so divided by 1.25. I mean, we're still gonna be hitting for like 30 billion or something if you have perfect gear, and then we're gonna get some more stats here and some more stats there. We're gonna get Fist of Fate, so I think we're gonna still be hitting to 10, 20, 30 billion maybe even with the Rupture when you calculate it out. But we will see on the PTR. I think this is still gonna be one of the best boss killers, and especially if you consider when the bosses are damage life divided by 5, it's gonna be very comfortable. However, I do not recommend this build as a starter build because Flay is single target, and right now the Rupture in comparison to the Flay damage is nerfed a lot, because Rupture is just like Flay, getting the Gushing Wound nerf, but then Flay is buffed by Shard of Erenthiel, while Rupture does not get this buff. So Rupture will feel 3 times weaker than it does right now on the live game. So just keep that in mind. This Flay is really like a boss killer build or a pit pusher. I don't think it's going to be that great for speed farming, but we will see what people will come up with. It's definitely a cool build. You can also play it without Uber Uniques here. And yeah, resources are going to be not a problem, and you're going to be flaying away for billions and billions, maybe not triple-digit billion, but double-digit billion, I believe. Hope you enjoyed, my friends. Season starts on Tuesday in just a few days. Let's go, Barb Nation. Log in, GG. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.